Hello, beautiful people! I'm so excited to be here with you today. I haven't been on a live video in a really friggin' long time, so I hope you guys had a great holiday season. I hope you had a great Christmas, Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, whatever you celebrate. I hope you had a great new year. I'm so pumped for 2018. I think it's going to be an amazing year. I don't think that years define like greatness. You know, everybody always says, oh my god, 2018 is going to be my year. It's going to be the best year ever. But I love saying that all the time anyway. Like, this week's going to be my week. This month's going to be my month. It's just like every day can be your day if you make the decision to make it your day. So I hope you guys bring that positive energy, those positive vibes into 2018. You set goals with soul and you freaking crush it. So today in this video, we are going to be talking about why it is never about the food. Okay, why it is never about the food, why we micromanage our food and our fitness and we become obsessed with it and we obsess over the details in order to avoid the things in our life that we really need to be focusing on. So this whole idea was sparked by a conversation I just had with one of my one-on-one coaching clients who shall remain nameless, but shout out to you, girl. I love you. She has committed to working with me for a year from the time we first started a few months ago until June of this year. She is killing it. I'm so proud of her. I love when people commit to themselves. I think it's the most rewarding and amazing thing to know that somebody else is in it for the long run. I'm in it for the long run. Together, we create magic. But I had a conversation with her and we were just talking about how after a certain point, you know what to do when it comes to nutrition, right? It's not that complicated. It's actually quite simple. You focus on a lot of vegetables, you drink a lot of water, you get enough sleep, you move your body a couple times a week, you focus on having protein. There are foundational principles that are pretty much universal across any type of diet, no matter what you believe in, whether you're paleo, vegan, keto, whatever you decide to be. The underlying, philosophy is essentially the same. Eat more vegetables, move more, enjoy things in moderation. I made an Instagram post about that yesterday. You can go check it out at Julie Marie Boer. But once you have those principles solidified, once you have those habits in place, then you have the space, you create the space to focus on the things in your life that actually matter. So what do I mean by that? We tend to overcomplicate our fitness and nutrition, right? Do you? Have you ever done that? Have you ever been so obsessed with your fitness and nutrition? You're tracking macros, you're tracking calories, you're looking for the next best diet, you're hopping fitness plan to fitness plan, you even day to day, you decide, you're trying to overanalyze things like, should I have this kale shake or should I have spinach? Which is more beneficial? Should I have a cheeseburger? Should I have a salad? Oh, I really want the cheeseburger, but I should have the salad. Should I do a spin class or should I lift weights as my workout today? Oh, I really want to do a spin class, but I feel like I should lift weights because that's what I was supposed to do today. We overcomplicate these small, tiny decisions that don't really even freaking matter. They don't matter, okay? As long as you are doing things to move in a positive direction every single day, if you are making the best choices that you know to make for your body and your health, which if you don't know how to make those decisions, work with a coach, figure out how to make those decisions, and it takes a while to learn. But you don't have to micromanage the details. And I have found this with myself and with people that I work with, that when we try to micromanage the details, when we try to obsess about food and nutrition, it's usually because we are trying to avoid an underlying issue or problem that we're unhappy with in our lives that we are genuinely trying to solve, and that we would be so much more fulfilled and happier if we were to just solve and focus on that problem. So in a day-to-day life, what does this look like? What am I talking about? This means that it's a lot easier for me when I was going through my eating disorder. I'll give you an example of when I would binge eat, okay? So I would try to numb out to the fact that I was so unhappy in my job. I was working at an advertising agency. It was great. It was a nice job. It was comfortable. I was making decent money for being right out of college, but I knew I was meant for so much more. I knew I was meant to be doing what I'm doing today. But I tried to numb myself out by using food, and it was much more comfortable for me to focus on numbing myself out to food so I didn't have to focus on the fact that I was unhappy in my job. that I wanted to make that change and that I was miserable and I hated going to work every day. I would cry sometimes in the parking lot at work. But it was a lot more easier for me to feel guilty about overindulging and binging and just feel guilty the whole next day. All of my energy was spent worrying about nutrition, worrying about fitness, worrying about what workout to do, worrying about whether or not to track macros and calories, because that, even though it was painful, was more comfortable than trying to focus on what the fuck I wanted to do with my life. What do I want to do with my life? Explicit content. What did I want to do with my life? I had no idea. All I knew is that it was so hard for me to try to figure out. So I turned to food. I turned to obsessing about food. I turned to spending hours a day in the gym. I turned to feeling guilty. I turned to binge eating. I turned to trying to micromanage and count calories and do all these things in order to cover up the fact that I was unhappy in my job. So you who are watching this video, what is it in your life that you really need to address head on, that you know would be uncomfortable to work on, but that will ultimately make you a happier and better person overall? When I addressed the fact that it was not about the food, that it was about the fact that I hated going to work every day, I would cry in the parking lot, and I took steps to change that, that's when my life changed. That's when food stopped having control over me, and that's when I was finally able to live a life that I love, that's free from food obsession. So now all of my eating habits are automated. I do the same things every day so that I don't constantly have to make decisions about should I have this or should I have that or should I do this or that. It's all figured out for me so that I can continue to create content like this for you guys and just live my best life and be freaking happy without having to consume my life with food. So what is it in your life right now that you need to address head on? And it's not going to be comfortable. It wasn't comfortable for me to leave my full-time advertising job and do this full-time, okay? But it ultimately makes me happier. And it doesn't have to be like black or white, all or nothing. You can start taking steps toward that scary thing, that thing you think you need to tackle that would make you happier, so you can find out if you even like it in the first place. So how I did that, okay, I realized self-awareness is number one. Step one, self-awareness. Okay, I'm unhappy in my job and it's making me binge eat because I'm trying to numb out to the feelings of hating my job. So what can I do? I know that I love fitness, so I am going to get certified to be a group exercise instructor and a personal trainer. So I did that. I literally took the next right step that my intuition and gut was telling me to do, and I started taking steps to make that happen. So I became a group exercise instructor, and then I started teaching classes, and then I started becoming a personal trainer, then I moved to St. Pete, and then I never know how it's all going to play out. I just take the next right step that my intuition, my gut tells me to take. And the only way that you can do that is by listening, being still, meditating, having some sort of morning routine, having alone time, just spending time, not numbing yourself out with food and with fitness and being obsessed with it to figure out what it is that you really need to work on. So if you guys have any questions, hit me up down below, and I can't wait to start doing more lives in the future. If you guys like these videos, please let me know. If you'd rather pop on a YouTube video, let me know, because I can make those too. I have plans to do that. 2018, like I said, is going to be an amazing year. Please do not numb out to the things in your life that you should experience, which is happiness and joy. Okay, life is meant to be fulfilling, and experience the greatness of it, and I hope that for you. That is my intention for you in 2018. So stop obsessing about the food. It's never about the food. It's always about something else. So if you find yourself trying to control that aspect of your life, kind of take a little inventory of what in your life that you need to make changes in right now in order to be more fulfilled and happy. Okay? Okay. Love you so much. I will talk to you very soon. Mwah.